James Thomas from PwC. James just chaired a roundtable at the Petroleum Club. A bright future for midstream assets.
Absolutely, it's a fascinating conversation actually. Bringing together IOCs, NOCs, independents, and them reflecting on their differences of their positions today. How one has a mindset that they believe to be the way to do things, and then they start listening to others and saying, oh, well, hang on, there's something interesting there that I could learn from. Because in the past we've spent 70 years doing all the same thing, and now suddenly the world's changing around us, and so we need to be more agile, and the midstream is where that agility is going to have to come from. Whether it's being more market facing, more market back, quicker to react to those realities, which is very different from the last 70 years of the industry. So it's a fascinating discussion.
And what is the advice for NOCs?
I think be ready to change, willing to change, be ears open, eyes open to the markets, to different ideas. I thought it was fascinating as well hearing on Monday Sarah, who opened ADIPEC. I think everybody in the room thought, wow, this is a different view of our future. And so I think for the NOCs that have spent 70 years focused on crude oil, get it out the ground, get it away as quickly as we can. We've now got a world at which we have to think about the trade-offs. I've got gas to worry about, I've got petrochemicals to worry about, I've got LNG import, export. I have to start being more agile.
If you had one point that you could take away from the discussion today, what would it be?
That agility is essential now. We can't accept, for a process industry that spent so long doing one thing, that doesn't work in our future. We have to be ready to pivot, and whatever skills we need to attract into our organization to get those different perspectives and to be able to be agile and to be able to pivot, that's what we have to do.
How important is dialogue? Because you've just come from a dialogue. How important is that in terms of getting people together to put their heads together to find these solutions? And how does an event like this help that, facilitate those dialogues?
I think it's essential. I mean, as I said, I had such different perspectives coming into the room today, and people who you might think would be set in their ways suddenly sort of finding themselves stopped in their tracks by someone else's perspective. And I think that happens all through an event like ADIPEC, where somebody stands on a stage or joins a panel and says something, and everyone goes, well, hang on a minute, yes, that is different, that is a new way of thinking about this, and that's interesting. And so I think we have to come together. I think we have to share ideas. Groupthink doesn't work for us. We need to start getting out of our own box.